and welcome back to coldwaters.mod. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and here's me boat. Today we are back in HMS Tireless, S88, and we are in the middle of my 1984 Cold War campaign. But we've just been intercepted, leaving the, well, I say leaving, you know what, let me just show you. So, to the south is the Russian North Cape area. And we were heading on our way. We were, we decided, after a successful mission, we didn't need to just stick around for the Russians to, the Soviets to detect me.
253, helm aye.
Yeah, we got bounced by, it would appear, a diesel electric boat. Now, I am suspicious of this.
Passing 100 feet.
Because the Russians do occasionally have just one diesel electric boat, but usually there's more than one. And the Foxtrot is not the most modern boat, but it's modern enough.
Passing 200 feet.
Let's go ahead and flatten out my descent somewhat. Yeah, it's not... doesn't have modern weapons, but it's modern enough and it's difficult to detect. Year were these in service, does it say?
Passing 300 feet.
Excuse me. Yeah, they're kind of an old design, really. Used for special operations or Spetsnaz operations. Yeah, so that's the thing. That they are outdated. Don't get me wrong. They're not quite antiques.
Passing 400 feet.
And you do have to get pretty close to a set 65-3 for it to be a danger. But if there's more than one of them, that's a danger. So, he's also dropped off my sonar. I don't know where he is now. Let's accelerate time and see if we can pick him up. I was above a very strong duct and very strong layer. It's possible that...
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Okay.
172, designated Sierra 2.
So, this is either another submarine, well, duh, or it's a survey ship. Okay. That's another Foxtrot. So
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
So there are two of them. Okay. And he's diving, so I wouldn't be surprised if Sierra 1 was above the layer, if he dropped below the layer. And he may not have detected me. His buddy doesn't know. I could probably fire a tigerfish and he may not detect it, but we're not going to do that until we know exactly where he is. Let's accelerate time. Okay. Alright, so options I have. I can
left to 168, helm aye.
I can fire on this guy. My mission is to intercept a fleet of and hit the resupply boats. I have 10 tigerfish, so I've got sufficient to cause damage. Quite often those resupply boats, those ships, need more than one tigerfish. And in all likelihood they'll be resupplying warships, and so they are most definitely a threat. What I'm saying is, if I don't need to engage this Foxtrot, these two Foxtrots, that's 2 torpedoes for my primary target. But then that wouldn't make a very interesting video if I did that now, would it? And there's a very good chance that he just won't hear me if I fire right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to fire.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Come left to 0.
I'm going to get above the layer.
Helm aye.
I'm going to have my torpedo dogleg round. I'm going to attack him from the front, which I know is a little bit unusual in some ways, because he's going to hear me better. But
Passing 400 feet.
I'd rather get my boat behind him rather than my weapon behind him. So I'm going to pop my depth up to 150 feet, give or take. Yeah, maybe a little shallower. And so that he will hopefully not detect me. And ideally, I could get the fish above that depth as well, but I want him to hear. Right, well, we've set up the attack now. Sierra 1 is in that vicinity too.
Passing 300 feet.
He may also hear that launch, and will almost certainly hear the torpedo and will fire upon me, but I'll deal with that later, because right now, he could be anywhere. Accelerate time for a jiffy.
Passing 200 feet.
I guess
Con, helm, steady course.
we'll reduce my ascent. I'll just pop up above the layer like we're doing. And I don't want to make this torpedo active just yet. Time a little bit. Okay, that's put me at about 110 feet. Let's commence the attack run. Then I angle this thing around the front. So when he counterfires, he's a good few thousand yards away from me. That's perfect. Okay. Let's run that interception now. He's just picked up speed, so he might have detected it, or he's just running up to 8 knots. See, yeah, he's got no chance of hearing me where I am, so I'm actually going to turn my nose back towards, a little bit more towards the
Come right
target.
to 172, helm aye.
Let's hold it there. Go around about 135. There we go. So, I'm going to make this torpedo active, and I'm going to drop it on his head. So that red dot signifies the point of interception, and as he slows down, now he might be slowing down to go, I think I hear something. Yeah, okay, so he's firing upon the torpedo's vector, which makes complete sense. Nowhere near where I am, so fantastic. He's not going to pick me up. This he's accelerating and turning away. This is what I would do too. So let's make this torpedo active. Let's drop the depth to match. He's actually coming up, but let's drop the depth to match him like so. Now I could use the active sonar on this torpedo, and it will let the other Foxtrot know, oh, there's a torpedo in the water. That's bad. He didn't already know. It's a bit of a tail chase now. Let's get my torpedo back up to the depth, so we can see. Yeah, so there's my tigerfish, and there's his torpedo, and there he is. Look at that. In the gloom. Right, let's switch back to me. I'm still doing 5 knots. I'm going to start to just dip my tail, I suppose, dip myself under the layer, I think. Right, go ahead and do that. We'll head to about 250 feet. I'm not going to use the dive planes, we're just going to use the ballast here. I want to keep a nice level platform so that my tigerfish doesn't lose its wire. He's not going to detect me with his active sonar right now. And that...
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar, noise.
Passing 200 feet.
Making my torpedo active to try and burn through his countermeasure, and I let everything else know there's an angry torpedo around. So we are definitely below the layer now. And...
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Another one.
195, designated Sierra 3.
Sierra 3. There he is.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra
Alright,
1.
it's not a Foxtrot.
Bearing 215.
Oh, it's a Tango. Okay.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Alright. The Foxtrots appear. Then we got a Tango on the scope as well. I think that's Sierra 2 heading to the surface. Let's just check. Hard to say. He's descending. I think he's done for. I think he's gonna implode. We don't need to watch that. Right, so Sierra 3, where art thou? Can you hear me? No. So I will... I think I want to stick where I am right now. Contemplating turning towards him. I might just make my depth about the same. Let's go ahead and do that, I think. I've got 600 feet.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive high.
Okay, he's heading towards me. I'll accelerate time. There he is.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 214.
Okay,
Contact
so-
breaking up.
So Sierra 2, this boat sank. Could not stop the flooding and reached its crush depth. Very sad way to go, really. It would have been better if you'd just have the submarine implode on the first contact and not live for the minutes afterwards trying to get back up to depth. Back up to the surface. Right, so Tango will likely detect my launch. This other Foxtrot likely won't. But I'm not really in a good enough location against the Tango, and that's a formidable opponent because it's quiet, it's got aneroic coating, and it's got U-80s. Not a very nice combination. So he's kind of slow, which helps me. Going to accelerate time. I'd like to.
Con, dive at 600 feet. Dive high.
I guess I want to like swim casual. I don't want to get too close. 10,000 yards is a bit too far for an effective tigerfish attack if he's going to counterfire, which he is. He may not hear me. I don't know that he will hear me, so I'm feeling lucky.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wires.
Nutsacks. Well, just so happens I can get both torpedoes.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
2 torpedoes and 2 targets. Let's go ahead and pitch this other one west. I'm going to head east.
Come left to 090.
We're
Helm
going to
aye.
pop up above the layer if we can. We've got a long way to go to get to the layer, but that's all right. So the first tigerfish will engage whatever it engages, and those 2 enemy torpedoes, submarines, are converging to around about the same point, a similar depth. So one of them should, I would hope, be a target for that tigerfish, assuming they don't change course, and of course they immediately are. We'll dogleg the second one round. I don't know that
Passing 500 feet.
not going to be able to detect me, so I'm going to go ahead and reload. You make more noise when you reload, but they can't hear me. It's completely fine. Right now, anyway.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, let's accelerate time.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet.
Con, torpedo room 2.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar lost contact.
I got me above
Sierra
the layer.
1, last bearing 225. Contact faded.
So that's not great because I can't hear him, and he's clearly being quiet. He's being sneaky, but the tigerfish has got a better chance of detecting it than we have right now, and I really want to stay out of their detection.
Con, torpedo room tube 4 ready.
Let's notch my own torpedo,
Come right
So-
to 134. Helm aye.
Rig ship for ultra
and we
quiet.
can run to ultra quiet now as well because we've finished loading torpedoes. Okay. I'm not.
Con, helm, steady course.
So I'm notching it because they're going to fire a torpedo along the line of attack that my torpedo's taking. They're going to detect the one with the broken wire first, and I happen to be the far side, especially if Sierra 1 is a little way northwest of where he is right now. I could reverse my turn. I don't want to do that. I just want to keep going. If I have to run to 10 knots, I will. Okay. Just to keep the wire. Continue the attack. Right now, Sierra 3 is at risk of eating a tigerfish, potentially. Right, let's start torpedo 5 attack. So, okay, so Sierra 3 detected my torpedo. It's going to turn away. There's a couple of them on the way.
Con sonar, launch
3.
transmit from Sierra 3.
Okay, one of them is heading in my direction. Put it onto 10 knots. Hopefully we don't cavitate.
10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Okay, we're not cavitating, which is good. We really want to be out of there when that torpedo is in my vicinity. So looking at this, I would say it's likely it may be wire guided, of course. It's here, and what's the, you said 82,500 yards? Okay, call it 2,000 yards for argument's sake. So we need to be, well, we need to be outside of that circle. So that extra 5 knots is really going to help me leave that circle. And it's an oval on my aspect ratio display, but we've got to be outside of that circle when that torpedo reaches the center. And we should be. We might not have been at 5 knots. Okay. Sierra 3 is still under threat from the incoming tigerfish with no wire. And I've still got one in reserve to do a follow-up attack. Or go for a Sierra 1. This is working surprisingly well. Time for another swig of water, I think. I don't know what this Tango captain's doing, but he's doing it all wrong in my opinion. About to come under attack from a tigerfish that he could so totally have avoided. He's put his torpedo live already.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 2.
That's the
3,
tigerfish going live. So that Tango has put himself in the line of fire. Now, maybe he's protecting the Foxtrot. I don't know. But now he is under threat from this thing. Now, he's probably going to have to make another pass, the tigerfish that is, but it might detect the other submarine. Maybe. I don't know where the other submarine is. Can't detect it. But I think he's just going to he's just eating one to the side. Maybe. No, missed. Okay. So it'll make another pass. Meanwhile, we are almost out. Yeah, we are effectively out.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Let's ultra quiet it. I don't have to worry about this torpedo anymore now. I can head south. I want to, but I actually think... Oh, did this torpedo get confused? I think it did. That's the sunken one in the background. This thing's just circling now. Oh well. Maybe the Tango knew what he was doing. Well, seems likely. Okay. Very interesting, although the tigerfish has just reacquired him. Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 240.
He's maybe baiting. I don't know what he's doing. Let's make number 5 active sonar and make it active. Maybe we can spook 01 to come out of hiding. So now let's have it snake.
Con sonar,
Okay,
regain
answers
contact
that one.
on
So
Sierra 1. Con sonar,
that's where he is.
transient from Sierra 1.
What do you know?
Con sonar, lost transient from Sierra 1.
He's firing a third one. Okay. Disable active sonar there. So both, potentially both, well, it looks like he's just taken one. Both both submarines have got a weapon committed to them, or will have in due course. So I'm going to drop below the layer. Let's check on Sierra 3. What's his depth? 600 feet, 571. Look at the bottom left of my display. 581, so he's descending. He's only running at 8 knots. He's running away. And the Sierra 1, the Foxtrot, is also running away.
Passing 200 feet.
What's he got? He can run at 17 knots. There he is. My torpedo can run at 35, so I've got enough speed to catch him, but I don't know whether I've got the endurance or not. We'll find out. I think turn my boat more towards the...
Come right to 215. Helm aye.
Passing 300 feet.
towards the threat. Let's actually not turn
Come
quite
right
so
to
aggressively.
202.
Because we
Helm
have
aye.
this. It's a set 65, so its range is less than 1,000 yards. But extrapolating that, we're looking at, yeah, no problem there. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm way out of that engagement range.
Come right
Okay,
to
So-
225. Helm aye.
I don't need this. Let's go ahead and remove them. Useful little tool. You hold down the shift key and you left or right click. And if you click on the same spot again, it deletes the one that you've just done. So this Foxtrot is turning away. There he is. So I'm going to cut that corner. I'd love to engage him with the second torpedo.
Passing 500 feet.
Let's see, what's the Tango doing? Tango is 400 feet, so he's got his flooding under control. I don't know if he's in the fight or not. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it doesn't look as badly damaged as the other one. Okay. I'm going to suppose he is still in the fight. Always assume that they are. And this Foxtrot, let's zoom in on him. He's still maneuvering out of the way. Okay. Well, right now Torpedo 5 is happily seeking the target. Turn it back towards it. I'm going to use my active sonar. Just a second. Go lie right about now.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 248.
He immediately dropped a noisemaker, which will help him, but I think this torpedo will see through it soon. I'll just steer it just to help. Push the nose forward. Like so. Use the num keypad for that. So, 8,
Fire control, weapon acquired.
8, 4, 6, 2, 8 pushes the nose forward. Actually, it's 8, it's 5. 5 brings the nose up, and 4 and 6 steer the thing left and right. So, this looks pretty bad for the Foxtrot. Yep, that was pretty bad. Is he still fighting? Well, there's a big hole in his side. He didn't blow his ballast. There he goes. So let's see if we can get up to the surface. 600 feet, or 621 to be precise. Okay. That's not encouraging so far for him. His engine's still turning. Yep. Yeah, I think he's toast. He's gonna implode. He's lightly got uncontrolled flooding. So like I say, we don't need to watch this. Can we see the Tango? Okay. Right, so what do we do about the Tango? Because he's still appears to be functional. He's going to lose his buddy. Almost on an intercept course. Or we could
Come
be.
left to 195. Helm aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
And he's still dangerous. Foxtrot's at 860 feet. He's about to reach his test depth. Oh, 869, he might have arrested his descent. He's doing 6 knots. Oh, I don't think he has. Let's focus back on the Tango. I'm going to accelerate time.
Con, helm, steady course.
Pretty sure this Foxtrot's going to implode any second.
Con
There we
sonar,
go.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 254. Contact breaking up.
Not a pleasant way to go. Waiting for that. Right, and this Tango is diving down now. Does that mean he's also got uncontrolled flooding? Or is he evading?
Come right to 270.
I don't know.
Helm aye.
If he uses his active sonar, he could detect me, but he's
Con,
not.
helm, steady course.
Maybe he's trying to escape.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Maintaining depth at 700. Now he's coming back up. I think I'm going to have to give him another tigerfish. I don't really want to waste the weapons as strong. I don't want to waste a weapon. I don't think I am. He could get back to base. I could disengage. But I think I need to take care of him. He's still seemingly patrolling, and maybe he's doesn't want to go back to base. So I think we need to give him one. And I don't know how badly damaged he is. We're going to do something a little risky here. We're going to fire a tigerfish and just see what happens.
Shoot 2-1.
Come left to 175.
Well,
Helm
answers
I.
that then. I don't think he is in the fight, because he's not fired back.
Con, helm, steady course.
We'll run the torpedo parallel just in case he hasn't detected it yet. And then we'll bring the torpedo in and we'll engage. So again, pointing the torpedo towards the red dot, the predicted point of interception. Collision, I suppose, but I think it's interception we're going to call it today. And what I expect to happen is he might make some evasive maneuvers, he might even counterfire. I'm heading towards his baffles. I'm going to be heading away at some point pretty soon. Make this torpedo live, and I don't even think I'll need to guide it. I think he's just restricted with what he can do. Okay, so he's detected torpedo. He hasn't counterfired. So let's go ahead and run the torpedo live, like so. He's pinging away, so he might detect me. No, I'm in his baffles now. It was a right decision to turn south. It just so happened that he turned west. He may pick me up as he turns towards the torpedo. Yep, he may do. But he's running at 15 knots, and he wouldn't slow down. He shouldn't slow down. He's got a torpedo coming in on him. And if it strikes the same area, that's very bad for his boat. Matching depth of the torpedo, going to set right time again. Not going to use anechoic, active sonar. He has anechoic coating.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Targets acquired. We'll watch this at this attack
Con
run.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 283.
So I'll use active sonar now, see if it
Con,
helps.
fire control, weapon acquired.
It did. Actually, it's acquired it again. So he might still escape, but I think he's about to eat one. Yeah, I think he's done for. Oh,
Con sonar lost contact.
Okay,
Sierra 3,
very interesting.
last bearing 284. Contact breaking up.
the torpedo seemingly had a change of heart and still got him. Right, well,
Come left to 106. Helm I.
that's actually quite a good, successful engagement. So, thanks very much. Hope you got something from this. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a fairly textbook takedown of 3 Soviet diesel electrics. So, like I say, hope you got something from this. And hopefully I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.
Passing 500